What's a common rule that you break regularly because you fundamentally disagree with it?
Rules about pirating content that I am geographically restricted from streaming legally.
Getting scientific papers from Sci-Hub. It's a total scam that publishers charge for what our government tax dollars pay for. The public should have all of those papers for free. We paid for them. On top of that, it is perfectly legal for authors to send you a copy via email or even snail mail if you ask them for it. If publishers really can't make dollar without charging for reprints, then they need to find a new business model or go out of business, and the papers should all just get put up on a government-run website for free. I don't give a lab rat's ass if Nature or Science are the premier publications and therefore claim to have to charge for reprints to justify their existence. It's total bullshit, and I get it that tenure relies on having a mechanism for recognizing the most important papers, but that should not come at the expense of the taxpayer.
Hell yeah, I'd download a car.
Rules against pirating arcade games that can't be found.
Jaywalking. If the street is obviously clear, I'm not going to wait for nothing.
I'm so tired of the subscription world we live in now. I basically just pirate everything. I used to still buy the discs, but many movies don't get released in UHD. So, what's the point of even looking? I don't want to stream compressed 4K, and I certainly don't want to worry about whether or not the company pulls the movie from their service or just stops it altogether.
When the sensor at a traffic light doesn't pick up my car while I'm waiting for a left turn and the light rotation skips over me. It happens all the time at one set of lights I go through to get home, especially late at night. I'd say it misses me 25% of the time. I once sat at the light for over 10 minutes to record it skipping over me multiple times. Middle of the night, not a single other car on the road. It happens so often that I usually just run the red arrow if nobody is around. It's a wide open area around the intersection, so I can see a few hundred years in all directions. I know it's breaking the law, but common sense and personal responsibility should make doing this a lot more acceptable. I shouldn't be held hostage by a malfunctioning traffic light late at night when nobody else is on the road.
YouTube Dose says I can't block ads. The day they can stop me is the day I stop watching YouTube.
Account sharing. I bought the game, service, movie, etc. I get to decide who uses it.
I pirate a lot of apps, games, etc. That requires subscriptions. If buying isn't owning, pirating isn't stealing.
If you see that your friend has forgotten to zip up their fly, don't embarrass them by announcing it. Just zip it for them.
Do socks really need to match? Or is this just a bill of goods sold to us by Big Laundry? If I find cash on the ground, I'm not going to give it to the authorities.
That we have a moral obligation to society to work 40 hours per week.
Remember to sort by controversial.
Never dig straight down.
Jaywalking.